Hello. Okay, so this is the second room of the Triclops Empire. So I suppose you want to see some toys. Luke, he's not a toy, he's actually a human being.
Action figure.
Yeah. So it's a little bit different. It's a little bit of a different vibe in this room. This is a little bit more sort of 80s, I suppose, childhood days. So this shelf, I love Pete Fowler and James Jarvis. So I've got quite a bit of James Jarvis, and then quite a lot of Pete as well. Clutter, while we're here, Pink, Nick hiding behind the corner, and Dr. X from my old Hasbro days when I used to work on Action Man, many a year, about 8 years, spent designing Action Man and Dr. X and all the other goons.
And you said that you can take
Yeah,
this.
you can take that off the shoulder and it was supposed to stick on his head. I'm not sure if that does because it's a prototype, but yeah, you kind of get the gist.
Or maybe you're like a bad designer, maybe that's why.
Maybe, yeah. That's why I got sacked actually. I wasn't sacked, just for the record. Yeah, Frankenstein, I like all the sort of Universal Studios stuff, all the vintage stuff. Got a couple of Universal Kubricks up there as well, sort of like Werewolf. And Mole Man. Mole Man's amazing. And yeah, Plastic Man, like one of my all-time favourite superheroes. Spawn, love Spawn. Todd McFarlane, massive sort of influence. My styles kind of came out of comic books. So Todd and Spider-Man, when he first started working on Spider-Man's my sort of main reason to getting into doing toys, I think, really. Or designing characters and stuff. Over here is, I suppose, a mixed bag of stuff really. There's a bit of Atom and stuff right at the very top, which is what I did after Action Man. I designed a lot of the bad guys. These are my two favourite bad guys, that's Concrete and Flesh. And then random stuff from the 80s, like a Cabbage Patch Kids.
Yeah.
I actually had
brand.
Yeah, I love Garbage Pail Kids, and I wanted to do a custom. I wanted to turn it into, there's a Garbage Pail Kid, which is basically holding a Statue of Liberty, and she's like, sort of like rotting and stuff. That was my idea, to turn that into a custom. But as
And how long has it been sitting on the shelf now?
5 years.
It'll happen one day. It'll happen one day.
Street Sharks in pack, love Street Sharks. There's a lot of sort of like Chucky, my favourite sort of horror character.
You're quite into sort of horror stuff as well.
Yeah, I like horror.
Well, I can see that you're into horror because of all like the monsters.
Yeah, there's a lot of monsters, ghouls, goons, creeps,
Cars and
yeah, there's a lot. Of course, a lot of Michael Lau, a lot of Babe, some of the original sort of Michael Lau stuff. There's some Babe stuff, the Mr. Shoe stuff, because we did a custom for the Mr. Shoe thing a while back, and yeah, a bit Cause, a lot of Babe stuff which we picked up when we were out in Japan. These are really nice, the little Airfix kits, which is what that box is from. I love Tilt stuff. Got a lot of sort of Tilt and Mist dunnies and whatnot, which I really like. I think that's probably my favourite of all the dunnies actually ever done.
Nice.
I love that.
And you have a lot of
books
for reference.
Yeah, all sorts of things. Fashion magazines. We tend to kind of, I think, you know, usual sort of guff. Every designer's inspired by fashion and music and whatnot. So there's a lot of music mags, comics, cartoon books. And then there's like loads of little random keys and some old Spider-Man figures there from the 90s, a couple of Mad Elves, loads of comics and junk on the bottom, a pair of flip-flops, skateboards, and then this wall.
Yeah, this wall is of unopened toys.
Yes.
So they must be really special.
Yeah, these are more kind of like pride and joy, really. I'm a firm believer in taking things out of pack and having to play with them. And
taking the heads off.
Taking the heads off, ripping them apart. But these I just can't take out of pack because I love the figures and I love the packs. I'm a big sort of 80s 80s fan. I like a lot of the sort of obscure stuff, like Food Fighters and Cowboys, which I was given that a couple of weeks ago actually, as a present, which is
Cowboys of Moo Mesa.
Check it out.
Buffalo Bill.
It's amazing.
Buffalo Bull.
It's awesome.
Based on a true story.
Yeah, this figure was based on myself, the Tramp, Bonehead, Toxic Crusaders, Swamp Thing. Absolutely love Swamp Thing. All the Turtles. I'm really into bad guys. I loved all the bad guys when I was a kid. I wasn't really into the heroes, just all the bad guys. Cops, Bucky O'Hare, Supernaturals, had holograms in it.
I like this one.
Tales from the Crypt Keeper, which is based on EC Comics. And then that's, EC, there he is there. That's him, I think he's like a 10-inch figure. And then some random stuff on there. Mayor McCheese, check him out. A couple of Street Sharks, some of my favourite ones. Freddy Krueger, love Freddy Krueger, like probably my all-time favourite movie icon, I think. I got a thing for sharks. I like sharks. A couple of more Universal. Captain Caveman, Secret Squirrel. That's my favourite Dunny from the new series. I think that's
Shane Jessup.
It's amazing, love it. Mr. Rude, I don't know who that's supposed to be, but it's kind of based on me.
Is that a burger phone?
Burger phone, yeah. It's like the bat phone, but
Rob on the boat.
yeah, I'm always on the burger phone.
I love these. Who did these?
They put me on the spot. It's a guy from LA, and I can't remember his name, so that's really bad of me, but they're amazing. Tupac and Biggie, sort of zombified. And then Top Shelf.
Well, here's your garbage pail kids.
I'm actually sad. I've actually got pretty much the first 4 or 5 series complete, and they're some of my favourites. I've actually got a John Pound signed sketch card, who's the guy who did the first couple of series.
Oh wow!
So that's kind of like a bit of a Brucey bonus. And then the Top Shelf is pretty much my childhood in a nutshell, really. Everything from Mad Balls to WWF, you know, A-Team, He-Man, Thundercats, Turtles. As you can probably tell, I was into all the sort of kind of weirder characters like Muckman, Pizza Face, Scumbag. This guy's amazing, Worm.
Yeah, he's rad.
And then some of the He-Man characters like Spike or Tractor.
What's that guy in the back with the
that's Stinkor.
Your collection's very clean. I don't see a lot of dust.
Yeah, I'm quite anal about it. It's quite sad, really. I mean, yeah, you notice that all the figures along the top probably have the same sort of distance in between each one, which is quite sad. But yeah, it's
there with your little ruler.
Duster. But yeah, everything across the top is kind of like some of the weirder Star Wars characters that I like. Battle Beasts.
And do you end up working at this studio?
We tend to sort of. It depends what we're doing, really.
This is kind of like brainstorm space.
Yeah, brainstorm
space. We've got like
space.
this blackboard and stuff, so this is where we come if we want to just knock some ideas around, because we've got a bit more space to kind of throw stuff around and get to the bottom of.
We have extending tables. You see, magic tables that extend. And,
spend hours doing that. Don't we?
But yeah, we tend to we tend to split our time up, really. Kind of just makes it a bit more fun, doesn't it?
Because our collections are quite different as well. It's kind of cool to come and be inspired by other stuff. You know, we kind of tend to look around while we're knocking ideas around and go, yeah, if its head was a bit like this, that would be really cool, with maybe those ears and like a bit of that kind of style. So it's good to be surrounded by toys when you're designing toys, because it kind of helps to sort of get you going. So.
Get the juices flowing. Actually, that sounds really wrong. There's no flowing of juices in this room.
Well, thank you guys so much for letting us on your little studio tour.
Thank you for coming to a rainy London.
Yes, exactly. All right, take care, guys.
Cheers.